Hello, this is Amanda Scott. I'm here to discuss lab number 9, saponification of fatty acids. So basically we started off with the vial and we placed it on the scale and we cleared it out, and then we measured about 2 grams of vegetable oil. We added this plus 2 milliliters of sodium hydroxide to the vial. We secured the cap, and then we vigorously shook it for about 10 minutes. We waited about a minute and then shook it again until an emulsion was formed and there was no longer separate layers. Then let that sit for about 2 days. Once it was done sitting, I used the filter to filter out the soap. I added 2 milliliters of the discarded mixture back into the vial and added an additional 2 milliliters of sodium chloride and shook them and filtered them again. I then let this sit overnight and was able to scrape half a gram of soap and add it to 50 milliliters of water. I then took 5 milliliters of this substance and put it into each vial. And then I tested the pH level of this, and that was, for the pH sample for the prepared soap that I just made, was 9. And then I also did the same, I did the pH of the household soap after I added it to 50 milliliters of water as well, and that was 5. After I did that, I shook the samples, the sample of soap, and then I described what my observation of that foam layer was. For the prepared soap, without adding anything, just shaking it in the test tube, the liquid was very cloudy, but there were no bubbles. For the household soap, the already prepared soap, after shaking it, the liquid was clear, but the top of it, the foam level was very bubbly and foamy. After that, we added 2 drops of vegetable oil to test tube 1, the same test tube, and we wrote down our observations for that. This was for the prepared soap sample. It was cloudy with no bubbles. There were small signs of an oil substance present in the mixture. For the household soap sample, it just got very bubbly and foamy at the top, but the liquid was still clear. There was no real signs of any sort of oil in the substance. And then for the third part of activity 1 and 2, we made a hard water solution, and we put 20 drops of this solution into test tube 2. We then shook it, and we wrote down our observations for that one. For the prepared soap sample, the test tube was cloudy with bubbles. And then for the household soap sample, it was cloudy and very bubbly, foamy. So I'm going to show you the pictures of these. This is the first picture. This is just shaking the soapy substances in the first test tube without adding anything to it. As you can see, this is very cloudy, but there's not really any foam or bubbles. On the other hand, this one's very clear, and there are lots of bubbles for the household soap. For photo number 2, this is after adding 2 drops of the vegetable oils. For the prepared soap, you see that it's very cloudy. You can't really see it in the picture, but there was some signs of an oily substance in the mixture. For the household, it's very clear, but super bubbly and foamy. And this is picture number 3. This is what it looked like with the hard water solution. As you can see, this one is still very cloudy, and there is a layer of foam on the very top. And then with the hand household soap, it's a little bit cloudy now at the very bottom in the liquid, and then it still is foamy and bubbly. And that is lab number 9. Thank you.